You are listening to Genuine Chit-Chat. This show is for real.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Genuine Chit-Chat. This week is the final episode of mine and Megan's big America trip. So we did loads of podcasts recorded. This is actually 2 podcasts put together talking about our time in America. So the month of it is over, which means the future episodes of Genuine Chit-Chat will be back to normal. I've got lots of Clone Wars conversations recorded. We have another Disney discussions recorded. This is about the Tron movies. I've also got a conversation recorded with another alter of the Douglas Vincent system. So there's lots of things coming out like that I've already got recorded, and then there's other things that I'm due to record in the coming weeks, including 1 or 2 things that I'm very excited about, but can't speak of those until I've got those recorded. But I am doing another Clone Wars conversations tomorrow, and there's a few other guest spots coming up in the future. There is a Back to the Filmography coming up, which is with Matthew McConaughey. Back to the Filmography is where Jack focuses on one actor and does the whole filmography. He finished Jason Statham, and so now he's doing Matthew McConaughey, so I'm going to be joining him for that, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And don't forget to check out my appearance on Tonya Todd's podcast, Banned Books Conversations, all about Banned Books Week, and they are available on the Comics in Motion and Femme on Collective podcast feeds, and also Tonya Todd's YouTube channel. But all of this is in the description, including some of the other guest spots I did earlier in the year. But friends, you can find me at Genuine Chit-Chat and all the usual places. Please review this on all the podcast apps that you listen to this on, share with your friends and all that great stuff. And if you could consider subscribing to patreon.com/Genuine Chit-Chat for as little as £1 a month, you get immediate access to a whole host of bonus content episodes. There's over 200 episodes of Afterthoughts. I think we're nearing 300 now, actually, which is myself and Megan reviewing movies and other performances that we see, etc. So if you want to hear more from myself and Megan, you get one of those every single week, and we're currently in spooky season. So we are releasing a lot more, like 2 or 3 a week is the current pace that we're going at. So that's patreon.com/Genuine Chit-Chat, and make sure you go over to YouTube so you can view a lot of the photos that are aligning with these America episodes, and also all the video versions of conversations I've done with other guests, as well as everything in playlists and those sorts of things. So I'll not be back at the end, so when this episode ends, it will end. But I'll be talking to you next week, either with another Clone Wars conversation or with a recorded conversation that's more of an interview style thing, but we shall see. But friends, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate you. And here is the finale of mine and Megan's podcasting journey on our trip through America for a whole month, where we got married and had our honeymoon. So thank you for your support. Thank you for all the well wishes while we were away. And it's very exciting to get back into the swing of the usual Genuine Chit-Chat podcasting schedule. So friends, thank you so much, and I'll speak to you very soon. Welcome to Genuine Chit-Chat, where we have honest conversations with interesting people. And I'm your host, Mike Burton. And we're here continuing Disneyworld. So I won't bore you with the details. I've done that in the intro, or if I connect these together, whatever. We are on day 3 of our Disneyworld adventure.
EPCOT.
So we did EPCOT. So EPCOT is a weird one. It's quite different, and a lot of people don't actually rate it, but we actually did.
I was blown away by EPCOT. I hadn't really done much research into what EPCOT was. I knew it had different countries there, but I loved it. I thoroughly loved EPCOT. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, because so the thing is, experimental prototype community of tomorrow. It's essentially that the park is almost in like a figure of 8. Like it's 2 circles that are connected together. The first circle is basically the rides and things, and the second circle is the different worlds of representation, and it's around a lake. And so a lot of people go there for the Food and Wine Festival, and that started days after we left. And it lasted like 3 months. After. Yeah, from August to November. But when we went there, we went on a lot of the rides kind of things, but it is a park for one day, but it's actually quite good to go back to. So EPCOT, what was the thing you liked so much about it? What's the thing that really surprised you? Was it the food, or was it the...
I don't know, I think I like the food there was great. I just liked the vibe. Like when you went to the different countries, it did feel like you were there. Yeah. Apart from when we were in England. Well, when we were in the United Kingdom, it didn't feel like we were home. But but we don't live in a village like that.
No.
Like if I lived in Canterbury, which is where I went to university, then yeah, maybe because it's similar. Andover less so, but or like Winchester.
Yeah.
It is that kind of vibe. But it was just cool going into the different countries, and I like the fact that you've got people from the actual countries that work there, and they speak to each other in their own language. Like I loved it. I thought it was fascinating.
Yeah, they specifically hire people, and on the name tags it says what their name is, where they're from, in the country, and I think the city or province within there, which is really cool. I noticed it in Norway and clocked it. But what we did with Epcot, we wanted to be eating lots of different food, lots of different snacks.
Food tour.
and also going on some of the rides. So the rides are interesting. So you've got the Guardians ride, which we mentioned in the prior thing, is like virtual queuing, so I'm not going to go into that again.
Yes, we got a virtual queue for that.
We got that. I went on that ride. Absolutely fantastic. So you enjoyed that ride as well, didn't
My
you?
mouth was dry after the ride because I was grinning so much whilst on it. Like, I was literally just mouth ajar the entire time. I look very gleeful in the picture. I really, really enjoyed that ride. It was good. I'm glad we got to go on it a second time.
I agree. Yeah, the second riding was more fun, but the queue was a bit more annoying. But it's just because people kind of spoiled a bit.
But it was a lot faster. It was shorter.
It was really, really good. A really fun ride. Really recommend going on that. We also did something called Mission Space. There's two versions of that, a green one and an orange one. We did the orange one when we were in Epcot, then we returned to it at a later day and did the green one. But the green one's easier. So the
orange one is more intense.
It's like a space...
It was like the first ride. It was the first thing that we did at Epcot.
Yeah. It was basically like this experience where you... it's training to be an astronaut, essentially. So you go in these simulators and you do the G-force thing where it spins ridiculously fast and makes like your cheeks fall back. And then it simulates a launch in a rocket kind of thing, and takes you around the planet and takes you to Mars and things. So it's really fun. It does make you feel very weird. I felt odd on it, and we had taken anti-sickness tablets.
I'd taken motion sickness tablets, but afterwards I felt rough.
You weren't rough on the ride, fortunately, but then after the ride, which is kind of better.
I will say, like, throughout the ride when you're in the queue, like, both times that we went on it, we basically just walked straight on, and we were the only people in our pod.
Yeah.
And there's, like, space for four, sorry. There's space for 4. But...
The motion sickness warnings?
Oh, that's what I was going to say. So they basically warn you throughout to say, if you're claustrophobic, if you get motion sickness, this isn't the ride for you. It basically gives you that warning repeatedly.
Yeah.
And then even when you're on the ride, it even says there are sick bags available for you. And I was like, holy crap, like, Jesus. It builds it up more. It did make me feel sick. Like, that much is true. I did feel sick on that ride. I was having to very, like, deep breathing through it, but it was after
don't close your eyes on it, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was the other thing. It was like, if you get motion sickness, don't close your eyes because it will make you feel worse. And I was like, oh my god, like, normally if I'm feeling icky, you can close my eyes and then it kind of makes it pass because it's the thing that you're looking at, but it's the whole experience that makes you feel sick. And I was just like, oh, Jesus Christ. But I was fine on it. Afterwards, I felt a bit sick and I had to have a sit down, and Mike went and got me a Mickey-shaped pretzel so that I had something to eat because I did not feel
with
great.
The cheesiest sauce ever made.
With the cheesiest sauce ever made. It was good. I enjoyed it, but it's not a ride that I could go on multiple times.
Yeah. Then we went over to the thingy centre and we went on the 2 rides there.
The Earth Centre.
Yeah, it was like helping the land or something. There was the one where you go on the little ride and you go to
something of the
back bits. Go through the back bits of Epcot. You really like that one where you go in the greenhouses. You get to see like all the agricultural side of things.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, really fun.
And it's a nice little sit down as well.
Yeah, you sit down, you get to see how they do stuff there at Epcot, or their goals, which is quite cool. And then we went on one of Megan's favourite rides, which was quite a surprise, wasn't it?
Yeah, I really loved this ride.
So it's called Soaring in the Skies, I think it was.
Yeah.
It's meant to like simulate a hang glider. And what do you like so much about it?
Well, you go to loads of different, like, points of interest around the world. So you fly over the Great Wall of China, you fly past the Eiffel Tower.
Soaring around the world.
It was just lovely. And, like, it's really cool. It's a very immersive experience. The only thing that's slightly annoying is if you're not right at the top of the hang glider, you see feet dangling, which takes you out of it a smidge. But
yeah, the transitions are nuts.
The transitions are really weird. But also, like, it's really cool because you smell the things that they put out a scent. So like when you're going past like the elephants, you smell like the grass, and when you're flying over like what looks like the Maldives type area where you've got like rays in the ocean, as in stingrays or manta rays, and you can smell the like salt water. It's really cool.
It's very cool. Very, very much enjoyed that as a surprise. It was a really great one. And then we went into after that, we did the aquarium stuff, which I didn't realise the aquarium was so big. Yeah. So you go on the Finding Nemo ride first, you go for like these mini aquarium bits. Yeah. And then it's really cool. It's a bit of fun. And then you enter the aquarium and they've got manatees, which we love manatees, and they're rescue manatees. And there's so much of it that's so fun with all the aquarium stuff.
And then there's the turtle talk with Crush the turtle from Finding Nemo, and that was really cool. Mike wasn't fussed about that, but I've seen it on like Instagram reels where it can be really funny depending on what questions, because it is a thing for kids. Yeah. So depending on what questions the kids ask, like we'll like have a different, obviously, like it's obviously like
spoiler for if anyone's listening with kids, don't let them listen to this bit. But
Yeah, don't listen to this bit because I'm going to spoil the illusion. But obviously, there's a microphone and there's someone watching and he can hear and he's like reacting. So it's different every single time.
Yeah.
And some of the ones that I've seen on Instagram have been really funny. So I really wanted to go. And Mike was like, I'm not really fussed because it's very much for kids. It is loads of kids and it is for children. But it was really funny still.
Yeah, I did have fun. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
So the whole aquarium thing was great. All of that kind of stuff was nice. And then we walked around Epcot a bit more and things after that. And we did some of the food stuff. We also went on the Three Caballeros ride around Mexico, which is really, really cool. Learning about Mexico and stuff. Went on Frozen Ever After, which is a surprising good log flume. I didn't even know that existed.
It was a cool little log flume, yeah.
Yeah, and we had some of the lovely, lovely food.
Oh my God, the food in Norway.
The thing about Epcot was the big draw to it is the food. So
yeah, we did our food tour. Food tour.
And so every time we got like a starter or anything, we basically went to each of the different countries and got one small
bar, like a couple of the countries. So like France, we didn't eat at because, you know, Italy we didn't eat at because, again, UK we didn't eat at. America we didn't eat at because we literally just been eating American food for the past month.
So to Norway, had sweet rolls, sweet bread.
It was school bread.
School bread, which is really nice, like a custard-filled sweet roll. With
it was so good.
And then we had this, there was like a tortilla wrap with like cinnamon in it, which was quite nice. And we went to Morocco. This is a totally different order because I can't remember the exact order we ate in, but we went to Morocco.
We didn't go to Morocco this day.
No, we did. We had the kebab.
Oh, yeah, we did, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Had the kofta kebab there. That was really, really tasty.
We went to Japan and we had sushi.
We like sat under the veranda thing.
Yeah, we went to China and we had
spring rolls, which they call
spring roll and the lychee ice cream.
Oh,
which
was really awesome.
Good. While we were at Norway as well, we had a coffee. We had Christoph coffee.
Really tasty. And in China, we saw this 360 video thing, which is really cool. There's one of them there, one of them in Canada. I recommend them both. They're just cinema things, which are 360 screen. You're in like a circle room.
And we also ate the poutine, which is at Canada.
Yes, with the cheese curds that are very much similar to halloumi. So they're all great. So Epcot's a really, really fun one if you want to.
And the closing ceremony for Epcot is really cool as well.
Yes, there's a lot of lights. It's on the water. It's on a lake in the middle, so it's not too crowded. We made
friends with an old couple that were there for their 25th wedding anniversary.
We were. I realised that our last pod, we forgot to mention Ogre's Cantina.
Are you sure?
We didn't talk about it at all. We mentioned it in passing, but we didn't actually talk about the drinks at all. So while we're in Epcot with the food tour, we were talking about that stuff just to quickly go back. Right. We went to Ogre's Cantina and we had cocktails there. So you can have non-alcoholic or alcoholic cocktails. We had alcoholic cocktails. We sat down in a booth and there was like a family there that were really nice that we were chatting to.
Also British, which is good. So we had... not that it matters, but it
was just funny. I had something called Jet Juice, which is cool. Megan had like a Bantha something or other, which is like foamy
Bantha
and
fizz.
Limey and stuff. Mine was like quite strong whiskey and things. And then the second drink, Megan, you had one with like dry ice at the bottom.
It had dry ice at the bottom, so it made it continuously bubble, which was really, really cool. I can't remember what that one was called, but it was red.
It was like full on bubbling.
Yeah, like really bubbling for like quite a long time. And it was still bubbling when I got to the end of the drink.
Yeah, and I had the Jedi Mind Trick, which is this bluish, drinking like a martini glass. That was really fun. Ogre's Cantina, the vibe was really cool. The drinks were ace.
But also we hadn't eaten for a while, so when we drank these drinks, and you only have 45-minute slot as well, so we had these two drinks in quite a quick period of time, and then we were a little bit merry, so after that we then started taking pictures of the lightsabers.
Yep, that was great fun. But Ogre's is great, really recommend it. And also take the coasters. They encourage you to take them.
Mike took so many coasters.
I took a lot of coasters. I had at least one or two of each of them. And the guy saw me, the waiter, and he was like, oh, those coasters are old ones. Here, have some new ones. And he threw down like 3 other coasters just for me to take. So they do want you to take the coasters. So, yeah, so Ogre's Cantina, that was great fun. But back to Epcot. The food there's amazing. We did like a little tour. We watched the lunar ceremony.
Yeah, we became friends with a couple. We were just chatting to them.
Yeah, and I'll be doing a post on Instagram and Facebook and stuff of the food that we ate as well, and the specific highlights, so you can see what it looks like, because we took a photo of all the food.
We did. Proper food tour.
And then went back to the hotel, blah, all that kind of stuff. Next break.
No, that was the night that we had to order the food on the app, because we were like, oh my god, we need to eat something, and then we ordered this large pepperoni pizza.
Which we had 3 times.
We had 3 times while we were there, because it was just the thing that was like the most cost effective, because it was so big that it would serve 2 meals.
Yeah, so we had it 3 times. We had it for like we had it for breakfast a couple
basically
times.
Had it every single day.
Pretty much, yeah. It was good pizza. So then we move on to Animal Kingdom, which is basically this giant... Day 4. This giant Animal Kingdom is basically like a giant safari, but also a big zoo, also with rides, including an area that's an Avatar Pandora area as well. So it's pretty big. I think you really have to almost have 2 days there to really experience everything.
I really loved Animal Kingdom.
Every time we finished a day in a new park, you were like, this is my favourite park.
Yeah.
Except for, you didn't say for Hollywood Studios, but Magic Kingdom, you're like, yeah, Magic Kingdom's definitely my favourite.
So Epcot has never been my favourite. I think it's just the one that I was blown away by the most. Like, it blew my expectations. Yeah. I loved Epcot, but it's not my favourite. Like, it's not one that has a lot of, like, revisitability. Yeah. Is that a word?
Not really, no. But revisitability would be...
Revisitability, yeah. It doesn't have the appeal to go back as many times as the other parks do.
The rides aren't as thrilling.
No, like, once you've done everything... You've done everything. Well, there's not really, apart from Guardians, there's not really anything that you would want to repeat.
No, you just kind of wander around, and they're like a lot of them educational videos or like movie things, like mini 10-minute films, and those 360 videos as well.
Like if we were to go back,
Remy's as well. Remy's is there in France. It's in the Paris one as well, but it's there, and that's cool. But you don't want to keep doing it. No, like if we were to go back in like 2 or 3 years' time, for example, I would still want to go visit Epcot, and I would still want to do everything. Yeah, but I probably wouldn't do the Canada and China 360 films.
No, I wouldn't do them. I would just go for the food and just being there. But yeah, Animal Kingdom I really, really loved.
Yes.
The more times that I went, the more I loved it, really.
You went there 3 times in the end.
Yeah, we did. But obviously we park hopped. It's not why we spent 3 whole days at Animal Kingdom. We spent 1 full day at Animal Kingdom and then we went there 2 mornings.
Yeah, we did the safari in the morning and we were in the queue that for ages. About an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, and unfortunately every time, bar one day when we went to Animal Kingdom, it chucked it down with rain. So the first day that we went to Animal Kingdom, it basically rained the entire time we were there, apart from a few spots of sunshine.
We had to wear ponchos.
I was drenched because we also went on the Rapids ride, and that got me soaked on the left half of my body. Mm-hmm. So my shorts, which are like cycling shorts, so they cling, just stuck to me and stayed wet and cold for the whole day. Yeah. Luckily, I had a little scarf with me because otherwise I would have frozen inside of the restaurant.
Yeah. So we did Animal Kingdom. That was great fun. We did the safari first,
and it was raining, but we did get to see most of the animals anyway.
Yeah, we got to see a lion like sleeping on the top of a rock that's meant to looks like Pride Rock. We saw hippos. We saw rhinos having a mud bath. So loads of cool things.
The only animals that we didn't see were the warthogs on the first time we did it.
Yes, and we redid the safari later on, but on another day. But yeah, had great fun there, watching, seeing all the animals and stuff. You know, safari, there's only a couple of them in the UK. I've done 1 of them, I think, or 2. But they're really good. Love watching them, especially when it's all about conservation and things. What do we do after that?
After that, we got that egg thing.
Did we then go to Pandora?
No, I don't think so.
Because that's...
So we had a reservation.
Yak and Yeti.
We had a reservation for Yak and Yeti, and that was at 2:45. So...
Did we do Pandora before that? I thought we did.
I think we did as well, actually. So we went to the Everest ride, and then it broke down.
That was it.
And then we were stuck in the queue for ages, and then Mike and I made the executive decision to leave.
And it was still closed for another half hour.
And it was still closed for a while. So we left that, and then we went down to Pandora, and we bought a giant pretzel.
That was it. And then we went on the Avatar.
So we bought the Navi-sized pretzel, and it's like as big as my head.
It was huge. You got a fair of that.
And it came with like this beer-infused cheese, which was actually like so amazing. Good. So yeah, we ate half of the pretzel in the queue whilst we were waiting to go into Pandora's, what is it called? Flight of Passage.
Yeah. And that took a little while, but the queue was cool.
The queue was cool, and then we like made friends with some people in front of us, and the girl that was in that group had a really cool t-shirt. And then I spent the rest of the trip trying to find this t-shirt, but it has only very recently been taken off of the shelves because of all the Halloween stuff. Yep. So I have just missed the brief window to get this particular t-shirt.
I'll keep an eye out for it. But
yeah, so we were in that queue, and then the ride broke down. So we got into our ride, we got into the seats,
did
all of that stuff, did the whole explanation. We watched the full spiel in front of the thing, and then you sit down, and then it's like loading, and then it just glitches at like number 36. 65. Glitches at 65, and then the guy comes in, and he's like, "Yeah, we're sorry, we're going to have to take you to a different thing." And then we literally have to do the whole thing all over again.
5-6 minutes straight
it
videos.
It's a long stretch of videos, and the acting isn't fantastic in it. And the whole group were just like heckling this video the second time that we watched it, because we were just like, come on.
There was no people inside who were working there. They leave the room and then you watch this thing and then they come back in. So we weren't heckling people.
They were like
just the screen.
Two of the people at the back sat down.
Yeah.
They were just waiting, because it's like a good solid 10 minutes.
Yeah, all in all.
And then it did work, and it was really cool.
Absolutely incredible.
But I'm really happy that I took motion sickness tablets, because there were still bits in it that I was like, oh my god.
I was like, of motion sickness, I was like a level 1 or 2 for most of the rides. And because the sickness tablets, they really helped me. But you were more like a 4, 5, 6, whereas it's much better than previous times.
That's the reason that we specifically got the pretzel.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the pretzel anyway, but we specifically got the pretzel so that we could eat it in the queue, so that it would make me feel less sick on the ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really fun. And then after that, we went...
We left and did something else, but then we went back and did the Avatar.
Yeah, we went for food.
Oh, okay.
So we went to Yak and Yeti.
That was it, right. Had some really lush food. We had these tuna nacho things.
So yeah, Yak and Yeti was really highly recommended online, so I booked it, and like... When we got there, the walking queue was absolutely massive. What was it, like a 90-minute wait?
70, I think.
70-minute wait.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had loads of like little sharing bits. So we shared the tuna nachos, which were really good. I like thoroughly loved them.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed them, but it took me a while.
Mike was a bit disappointed when they first came out, because he thought they were going to be hot, and it would have been nice to have hot food, because obviously we were drenched and like cold, but they were delicious.
Wasabi alioli, shredded lettuce and tomatoes, tuna.
Oh, it was so good.
Tuna cubes, like really small, quite small tuna cubes, and some other sort of things on it. And the tortilla chips were really good as well.
They were
very, very nice. And you had these pork dumpling things.
And we had these pork dumplings. Or something to that extent. And then after that, we ordered some more food, and we got some like Korean fried chicken,
which is amazing,
which was really good, and also the coconut shrimp, which was also really, really yummy. And it was actually really reasonably priced.
It was, yeah. We still had our food voucher thing, didn't we?
Yeah. And then after that, we went to queue up for Pandora's the log flumy thing.
It's just like an experience.
And then that broke down while we were in the queue for that, so that was a bit annoying, because we were there for ages. And then after that, we then walked to the Everest ride again, because it was like half an hour, 25 minutes before closing.
Yeah. It closed early that day at 6 o'clock. And then Kingdom doesn't have a closing ceremony.
That queue was considerably shorter than the first time that we were in it.
We walked through the whole thing, didn't we?
We walked through the whole thing.
And went on the front.
We went on the front the second time.
That was it.
So we went on the ride, and we were both just really blown away and surprised by it. We both loved it.
That's so much fun. We wouldn't what really happens fun on it, but it's an unexpected ride. Lots of fun things happen on it. It's really, really good.
Yeah, and then the only other ride that we didn't get to do was Dinosaur, which we then did. We revisited, and we're glad that we made the decision to go on Everest first, because it was really, really good.
Yeah, so I think that...
Are we going to do another pause?
I think so. This is 20 minutes, so I'll take this on to the next one, I think, or whatever. We'll figure it out. But yeah, there's a lot talking about all this Disney stuff.
We're only halfway through. We're on day 4.
Yeah, but the 4 other days
they're all mishmashes.
So we'll be able to do them a bit easier. But those are the main thoughts on the 4 parks so far, and then we'll get into more stuff as we go. We'll do third part to this. But friends, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you, and we'll speak to you very soon.
Bye!
And so we are continuing with the Disney World discussion. So we've spoken about the 4 first days, which were Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios / Galaxy's Edge, EPCOT, and Animal Kingdom. And then we started...
to recap it. They'll have just heard it all.
Well, maybe. It depends if I've just put them out at the same time. I don't know. But now we're on to the next one, which is the mix. So on the Friday, that was a day where we just kind of did a few bits and pieces. I can't actually fully remember.
We went back to Magic Kingdom, didn't we?
Was that the first time? Because we only went to Magic Kingdom twice, didn't we?
Yeah. It is, because we went on Tiana's Bayou Adventures.
Yes. Oh, that was incredible.
Yeah, so I got up early to join the virtual queue.
Third and final virtual queue that we did. So we went to Magic Kingdom and we did Tiana's Bayou, which was absolutely incredible.
Going down the bayou.
It's probably the best water ride I've ever been on, I'd say.
It was a lot of fun.
I don't want to spoil it, but there's a lot more to it. It goes on for longer than I thought. So that's really, really great. And then we went on some of the smaller rides that we just hadn't had a chance to go on. So we went on the Peter Pan ride, which was okay.
We went on the Ariel ride, the Little Mermaid ride,
which was slightly better,
Winnie
but still
the Pooh.
okay. We went on the Winnie Pooh
We went
ride.
on the
that was
Dwarf
also
ride
okay.
again.
We went on, and the the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs ride was better, I think, the second time.
Yeah.
That was good
It's
fun.
because we had people in the cart in front of us that were trying to rock the thing as well, so we were all rocking the cart together. And then at the end, she was like, "Thanks for making it such a fun ride."
And Megan, you got your turkey leg.
I got my turkey leg and I munched on it, and it tasted like gammon, and it was so salty.
And for Americans, gammon is a type of ham.
Gammon is what you guys call ham, yeah.
Yeah, like a roasted ham, I
Like
think.
a honey glazed ham.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it tasted like gammon.
That's
Didn't
what I
taste
said
like
as well.
turkey.
So it was a bit into it, and the colour of it,
It was
as well.
so salty.
It was very good, very good. We liked it.
We ate most of it, I think. I think we did quite well.
Then we got more photos and stuff, because we've got a few photos with the photo pass thing.
Yeah. Oh, we had the beignets.
Oh, we had the beignets at Tiana's food tour.
Food tour.
It was the beignet. So what is a beignet, Megan?
It's like a donut. It's like a type of pastry. It's from New Orleans.
Well, it's like a hollow ravioli made out of donut.
Yeah, I feel like when I had them, they were softer. I think these are specifically
Crunchy ones.
crispy ones.
Yeah. And then, because we'd already done, that was like everything done at Magic Kingdom, we then went off to Hollywood Studios again. So we went on the Hollywood Tower once again. And then we met Chewie and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Chewie was hilarious because he did not
Chewie
like my
was really
Vader
funny.
tattoo.
He saw Mike's tattoo and then
Darth Vader
backed away from him and was like
Pointing and like growling.
pointing
and
and like growling and stuff. And then he was like pointing at me and pointing at my leg tattoo because it has like put reds and dark colours in it.
Yeah.
But it's just a tattoo of Chichen Itza. So I was like, I'm not like him, I swear. It was really fun.
And we had some ice creams and stuff, and we went back on Smuggler's Run and weren't the pilots, we were the engineers that time. Had some ice creams and things, which was also a really good fun. And then...
That's the day that it started pissing it down with rain, and then we were going to stay for the show, but then it got cancelled, so we went back home.
Yeah, just chilled out.
The heavens opened
And I
up.
think we watched Princess and the Frog and had pizza, didn't we?
Yeah, and I fell asleep.
Yes, classic. And then the following day, we went off to EPCOT. No, we went to Disney Springs on the Saturday.
We went to Disney Springs.
Which is a big shopping outlet thing.
Yeah, it's just a big area of shops. It's a big mall, but it's got loads of like Disney merch and stuff loads of Loungefly bags. So I bought myself a Loungefly bag, a little cute Coco one.
Yeah, I'm going to do a post about our Disney merch as well. You may have seen some of the Galaxy's Edge stuff I bought, because I bought like a Jedi Holocron and all kinds of other cool things there. But the Disney Springs, it's basically meant to be almost everything you can get in the park, apart from certain like special items. You
Still could not find that t-shirt that I wanted.
I checked several different places that sold clothes. Went in there, bought some merch, bought some Wally Lego. I love Wally. He's like one of my favourite Disney character. We had
more food on the food tour.
We had the trilogy of hot dogs, which are really cool.
The trio.
The trio of hot dogs. Trilogy. Talking about Star Wars too much. That was really good. The sliders, 3 different flavours: nacho cheese, brisket, and like a pineapple one. That was nice.
Yeah.
Had bao, had a salmon rice bowl. That was really cool.
Rice ball.
And then I think we went back
Then we had mac and cheese with brisket on top.
Oh, yep, that was really, really tasty. And then we went back to Animal Kingdom because we went on the dinosaur ride, which was the bumpiest ride I've ever been on in my entire life.
Yeah, and we witnessed a child being absolutely terrified.
Crying into its parents' shoulder. And then, as I think it started to rain again, didn't it? We were at Animal Kingdom and it started to absolutely hammer it down.
And we were going to go back to Hollywood Studios.
So that would have been the third time that we were going to try and go back to Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, we were going to go back to Hollywood Studios, but it was absolutely hammering it down. And again, it was at 7, so by the time that we got there...
It was a bit earlier, I think it was 6.
No, the park shut at 7.
Oh, of course, sorry.
Yeah, we were on the bus at 7 because there was that guy that was moaning about the bus.
No, sorry, I'm getting my days mixed up.
And then, so yeah, we just decided to go back to the accommodation.
Yeah.
Because it was quite miserable.
It was. And then, so that was the third time we tried to watch or consider going to the Magic Studios thing. And then on the Sunday, which is meant to be our last day, we basically went to Hollywood Studios again because we watched the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular.
Yeah, that was really cool.
You'd recommend it?
Yes, I would recommend it. It's also just nice to have like a little sit down as well. Like at the point that we've done it, like this is day 7 of being at Disney World, so our feet are hurting.
20,000 steps like every day.
Yeah, my tattoo, again, the one that's on my calf, the one of Chichen Itza that's got the dark colours, has had some crazy reaction to the heat and the humidity and the sunburn and like
heat rash kind of thing.
It was really, really goddamn itchy. So having like a nice little sit down for a bit and watching a 25-minute show was actually quite nice. But it was really cool as well. Very cool.
They show how like stunts are done and they do it with the stunt doubles that have been.
It's quite corny at points. It's very like
American,
cheesy and American at points, but it is cool nonetheless.
We did Slinky Dog Dash.
We did Slinky Dog Dash, and we managed to get in a queue of 35 minutes, which was like the shortest time that we'd ever seen it.
And it was, to be fair, a fun ride.
It was a fun ride.
Incredible. It was just pretty fun.
And then we got the Skyliner back to Epcot.
Yep, so travelling around that day quite a lot. So we went and got the baklava from Morocco. The trio of baklava. They were all very, very tasty. Then we had empanadas at the Mexican place, the barbacoa ones. They were really good. Went on the the Figment of Imagination ride. That was fun. But Figment annoyed me. But as Eric Idle was in it from Monty Python, I love him. So that was good fun.
Yeah, then we were going to get the boat over to Hollywood Studios so that we could see the end show. But then...
This is the fourth time trying to see the show.
Then there's thunder and lightning. And so we can't get the boat. We can't get the Skyliner. We have to walk across the other side of the park to get the bus back. And it's also chucking it down with rain. So we also make, again, the executive decision to not go wait in the rain. So we then go back. I was grumpy because I was hungry, and I also really wanted to go on the boat.
I wanted to go on the boat as well. But it was one of the times we went on the Skyliner because of the storm.
And we were meant to get popcorn as well, but then because of the storm, they'd shut the popcorn station. I think that was
the prior day. I think that was the
this is the same day as this.
Okay, because what was the day that we managed to... Oh, it was the Monday, wasn't it? Okay. So I think that was pretty much most of it. We had to go home again because of the weather. We went on Guardians near the end of the day.
We went on Guardians again.
Which was amazing. Oh, the Moana walkthrough. That was really good.
Oh, yeah, the Moana walkthrough was cool in Epcot.
That was really, really fun.
That is really fun.
Nice watery, interaction-y thing.
We nearly forgot about it on the day, and we forgot about it now.
Yeah, we almost forgot about it. Just walked past it. And then after that, the final day, we went... Oh, Animal Kingdom.
We went back to Animal Kingdom again.
So this is now Monday.
On the Monday, we've put our luggage in the checkout. We've gone out. We've checked out of our room. We go back to Animal Kingdom, and it's sunny for once. Yay!
Finally, sunshine, not pissing it down.
And then we did the safari again, because we wanted to see it in the sun.
Yep.
And we got to see the warthogs, which was really cool. It was really pretty in the sun, to be fair.
It was beautiful. And we got Dole Whip.
We got Dole Whip while we were there. And then we got a little train to Rafiki's viewing point, and there was a petting zoo.
And we saw this bird being checked upon, so we got
was having a vet check.
Had a breather anesthesia, whatever it is, that breathy stuff that makes them go to sleep, and then they had to tape down their wings and check its heartbeat.
We saw them take blood.
Do an x-ray.
We went to a petting zoo, and there were some piggies. I met Timon.
Yep.
As in someone dressed as Timon.
We saw we saw hippos, we saw gorillas, we had a Mickey cinnamon roll. Then we also had the maple... we went
to Animal Kingdom in the morning.
Yeah.
And then we got a bus to Epcot. And then we finally got the maple popcorn from Canada.
And we watched the Awesome Planet film, which is narrated by Ty Burrell, who plays Phil in Modern Family, the dad.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
And then we were going to get the boat over to Hollywood Studios, and we ran there, but as we got there, they were disembarking people because there had been lightning.
Yep.
So again, we didn't get to go on the boat.
But we got on the Skyliner.
We got on the Skyliner, and the Skyliner took us halfway to where we wanted to go because then the lightning had started striking there. So then we had to get a bus replacement, which then took us to Hollywood Studios.
But we went through this fancy hotel.
But we went through this crazy fancy
really expensive.
hotel.
You could see the difference between our hotel and theirs.
It was very, very, very fancy. And then we got to Hollywood Studios, and it was basically just to go in a few shops. But then it started chucking it down with rain again. So we were like, okay, well... Let's go back and get to our next accommodation.
Yep, and then basically that was the end of Disney, and then the next day we went and saw Inside Out 2, and then did some more browsing and shopping. Went to Panda Express for Chinese food that was actually really good.
It was really
Except
yummy.
that iced tea was terrible.
Yeah, the iced tea was gross.
And everything from the machine as well then, a different machine, but all watery and stuff, so gross. That was a shame, but the food was really, really tasty. And then that was pretty much it.
We went to that Smokey's place.
I went to Smokey's barbecue place. That was a really nice barbecue place.
They're really nice and actually really, really cheap.
Yeah, it was great. Smokey's was great. All the food was great.
Our hotel didn't have hot water.
Oh, yeah, that was annoying.
So there was a whole palaver, and I was sat in a cold bath, all sad, because this bath was really fancy and had jets.
Yep.
And I just wanted to be in a nice, warm, jetty bath.
They didn't fix it till the morning.
They didn't fix it till the morning, and then there wasn't enough time for me to have a bath.
Yeah, and have breakfast and all that stuff. But yes, so then we got home. I mean, I didn't manage to sleep a lick on the plane, as I said in the prior recording. I slept for 15 minutes to 30 minutes.
I slept for about an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, I had my eyes closed and was listening to music and an audiobook, and then I kind of opened my eyes at one point, and it had been 20 odd minutes in the audiobook. And I was like, I guess I'd fallen asleep during that, because I couldn't remember any of it.
Well.
Wow. But yeah, and now we're home, and we saw Willow, and everything was all good and fun.
Yeah, Willow was very excited. My mum picked us up from the airport, as I said earlier. Mum drove us home, and then waiting for us here was Mike's mum. So both of our mums were here. They'd decorated the house with just married stuff.
It was very cute.
It was very, very cute. There was lots of food,
which was amazing because we were so hungry.
We were really hungry, and then we hung out with them for a bit, and then we went over to Pete and Ricky's to go pick up Willow Billow.
Yep. That was amazing.
And then we had fish and chips.
We did. But yeah, last little thing before we wrap up is Disney World experience. What was your favourite part or parts?
It's a really hard question.
I think the closing ceremony of Magic Kingdom the first night was pretty
Closing ceremony
incredible.
of Magic Kingdom is up there because it is just magical.
Tiana's Bayou, that was
Tiana's Bayou, I think, was probably up there as well. Us doing the lightsaber workshop and also the pictures that we did with that specific guy.
Yeah, they were incredible.
They were really cool.
Amazing. Rise of the Resistance was definitely a highlight
Rise
as well.
of the Resistance.
And yeah, I think Rock and Roller Coaster is good fun, Hollywood good fun, but they're kind of what you expect.
And Epcot just in general.
The food of Epcot was
just blew me away.
Highlight.
I just want to make
food.
poutine at home now.
That food was absolutely stellar. Really recommend doing a little snack tour like we did.
Snack tour, food tour.
But yeah, friends, thank you for tuning in and listening to all of these many recordings of us talking about Disney World. Didn't realise it was going to take so long, but I'm glad that it did. Yay! More content for you from that massive time that we had away. It's been absolutely incredible. The best month of my life by far.
Yeah.
And now we're sinking back into reality, which is not as fun.
Wow.
I had to do shopping today and doing chores. It's bleh. But thank you so much for everything, friends. We appreciate you, and we will speak to you very soon.
Bye. Going down the bayou.
Why are you scamming me like that?
I cut a chili.
Oh.
And I've touched my eye and it's a little bit sore, but I think I must have washed my hands.
Right, did you want to just wash hands again?
No, I've just got something in my eye, but now I'm just worried that...
It's chilly.
It's chilly.
Would you want to wipe on your top?
No, I think I've got an eyelash in my eye.
Okay.
That's what's there. Sorry, that's why I was scowling.
I see, I think you're scowling at me. Talking about Epcot. No.
Warn you throughout to say if you're scared of dark spaces, if you are scared of the dark, if...
Claustrophobic.
What?
You said dark spaces.
Oh, I said dark spaces. If you're claustrophobic.
You have just experienced host, creator, everything elser of Genuine Chit-Chat, and also the host and creator of Star Wars Comics and Canon, found on the Comics in Motion podcast, Mike Burton.